primarily for the local audiences, but really with the lens that we'll make it easy for everyone to watch. Programmed, really, has my team sneakily put in something?
Anuja is going to the Oscars.
Yes.
And again, it's wonderful to see that it's going to be on Netflix.
I think for us as Team India, it's been very important to back, to support, the right kind of makers who are really taking some stories global in a very different way.
Guys, it's my annual ritual and it's something I really look forward to. Not only because she's smart and elegant, but because she holds the key to Netflix's India plans for the entire year. Please welcome one of my eternal favorites, Monika Shergill, Vice President Content at Netflix. I'm so happy to see you.
Thank you, Hrishi. Thank you for having me. It's always so fun to talk to you.
Lovely. My God, what a way you've started this year. There's Black Warrant, in which Vikramaditya Motwani and his motley crew of directors, I met them here in this very building. And I'm so glad that these short film makers are being pushed by Vikram and they've come to the fore. And then you back it up with the Roshans, which truly is an inside view into this remarkable family, and most of all, the great Roshan Lal Nagraj. So let's start with the beginning of the year and then we'll probably go ahead after that.
Yes, so beginning of the year, we wanted to start with something which really shows how fresh this year is going to be and how differentiated, and with a bunch of great actors, a powerful story, a director like Vikram and Satyanshu also, who's the showrunner. They've nurtured such amazing episodic directors, and Sameer, who's backed from Applause, this show. I think the whole package, it's leapt from the book onto the screen in a very unique way. And I don't think I have words to talk about the cast of this series. Black Warrant has really, sort of fired on screen a whole bunch of new artists who are going to be seen much more as we go ahead because they are just so good. And Zahan, oh my God, and everybody else.
And these are such wonderful partners, isn't it? Sameer is also a part of Black Warrant. Is Applause part of the show?
Yes, Applause produced the show. Vikram and Satyanshu have directed, showrun, and all the episodic directors. So it's a very fascinating mix of people.
I always joke with Sameer saying, I wait for his essential gifts of those books that he sends everybody.
Yes, end of the year.
And some of them are lovely, lovely books. And I'm like, now with all these shows that you're making, every time you send me a stash of books, I'm like, what is Sameer going to make?
What is Sameer going to make next?
But wonderful, really. And the Roshans, I mean, very finely made. And it really is a wonderful successor to the Yash Chopra documentary that you had previously.
Yeah, The Romantics. And I think it's about Bollywood, the cinema history, but it's also very different. Because Romantics had a very different feel to it, the way it was documenting the whole journey. Roshans I felt is a more inward looking and more emotional from a family's perspective of their struggles. It's very important for us as Netflix, Hrishi, and you know this, not to repeat. Yeah. We feel that streaming allows people to experience different things and also same things differently. So it's very important to have a fresh approach, even when you are looking at the same subject or the same space. How can you tell that story differently so that you're constantly reinventing and you're delighting the audiences? So Roshans for me was, the musical journey was very special for us, as we were doing this also, and how Roshan Saab's music, and as a child I remember, we may not be from that generation, our parents were, but we've heard that music growing up. And some of it I didn't even know was his music. And when it came together, that was a truly emotional thing for all of us. And it was a great story to tell and to also document a piece of cinema history and artists who, in our industry, we have not been doing a great job of documenting. So it felt like also a responsibility in some way. And also I would say Pushpa dropped, Pushpa 2.
Yes,
and
of course, what a rage.
Absolute rage. It is the reloaded version. the scenes which were a very essential part of the film, but in the final cut, they couldn't put it because show timings, etc. So his journey to Japan, it's a very exciting reloaded version. And it's barely been 24 hours and it's exploding on the service.
Well, just to round off the discussion on the Roshans, all these radio WhatsApp groups that I'm part of really are showing gratitude to how that entire first episode is an homage by Netflix and the makers of the Roshans to the golden era of radio.
Yes.
I mean, now you have streaming and you have, podcasting and things like that. But this was the golden era where people like Roshan Saab, Nagrat, the original Roshan, had only radio to go to. And what a wonderful job that Amin Siani has done documenting that life. So it's very beautifully done.
Really beautiful.
I'm going to come to actually some great news that has come in, that WWE is now yours, is Netflix's.
Yes.
And my God, WWE can fill up stadiums like Coldplay in the drop of a hat. I remember, I don't want to name the channel, but a few years ago I was invited to cover an event at the Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium, WWE event. I was staying in the same hotel as the wrestlers.
Oh.
And there was this tall wrestler called Jinder Mahal, Jinder Mahal,
Yeah.
who was in the lift with me, and he seemed like a regular, British Punjabi, and he was like, oh, the ye ho raha, ye wo, this, that. We get out of the lift, and the kids were tearing his clothes off. There was a mob of 2,000 people outside the hotel in Delhi to see Jinder Mahal or Jinder Mahal, who was the WWE superstar. And then there was Varun Dhawan, there was John Abraham. It just went through the roof.
Yeah.
In the stadium, the people outside the
Varun
stadium
is
inside.
a massive fan of WWE.
So
He's
I was
so excited
shocked
about
to
it.
see the fan following of WWE, which people, sometimes we are living under a rock, we don't know.
Yes.
You must be very excited by that.
We are very excited. That's a part of the new offering this year. So we started in the US and several other countries in January. But as many people know, and probably many people don't, India is, outside of the US, the biggest fan market for WWE. So we are very excited about it, and we have the whole suite, Hrishi.
The Raw.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all the specials with Hindi commentary. So it is something which is going to be very exciting and new and fresh for all the viewers on Netflix, and that's going to be a big one from Q2.
Let's talk about some buckets. Rom-Coms are, I believe, going to take center stage.
Yes.
I saw a delightful preview of Dhoom Dham, and I was telling the Dhar brothers, lovely Kashmiri boys, saying, I expected you to make something serious about Kashmir or, Uri and, Article 370, the stuff they'd done before, and you've gone and made this riotous rom-com. And they said, no, they wanted to do something different, and it was so wonderful that Netflix gave them the opportunity to do that. And what a nice way to start it, because it's just a breezy one, diametric opposite of Black Warrant, if I can say that.
Oh, absolutely. And also, it's quite mad, it's quite eccentric in the way the film moves. And what I really loved about it, that Yami is this brash girl, and Prateek is this really soft, sweet, traditional boy. And yes, it's a wedding night caper, but they are so different that will there be a marriage after this night? That's the beauty of that film and the journey of that film, and it's an absolute riot the way it goes. It doesn't let you sit either with the laughter or the adrenaline rush. So it's a fun film that's coming. Even before that, Hrishi, we have The Greatest Rivalry, which is India-Pakistan.
Wow.
The trailer is dropped. We are getting amazing feedback on that. That is going to be one defining doc by Grey Matter, and it's really come together very well. You can see the emotions are visceral when you're on the field, and when it's put together, and it takes you through the whole journey of that rivalry till the last match which was played on Pakistani soil.
Yeah, I mean, Chandu and Payal were telling me about this the people from Grey Matter saying, they can't wait for it to drop, simply because we're not playing them anymore.
Yeah.
And that is making people even more hungry.
Exactly.
Saying we have to play them at a neutral venue when a World Cup happens. But these were the glory days when the series used to happen,
Yeah.
bilateral series
Yes,
between the two.
yes.
So it's an era that we have to look back on.
You know, the tension of that period and how, we were a country of batsmen and they were a country of bowlers and what that meant. It's got a very exciting storyline.
Tell me a little more about the rom-com space. I believe your partners, collaborators, YRF are also going to be doing some more stuff. They're quite manja hua khiladis in the romance space. Or any other partners that you're working with for the rom-com genre?
You know, if I just rewind a bit, Hrishi, last year was a very groundbreaking year for us in terms of the way we curated the stories, the kind of creators who came on the service, and the scale of production that happened. So, comedy was a very new flavor. The absolute biggest mega tentpole, Hira Mandi, The Diamond Bazaar, was another very different flavor. Cult film like Chamkila, was very different. And then you had Kapil Sharma coming across 2 seasons. And with him, the whole team that he brings, the celebrities, the chat, the fun. So this year, we wanted to introduce another flavor. And rom-com was something that we've been wanting to do for a while now. So we have a rom-com series called The Royals, which is by Rongita Nandi and Ishita Nandi. So the Nandi sisters, Pritish Nandi Communications. And
Is that the one ma'am is in, Mrs. Zinat Aman?
Yes,
Wow,
you're
wow.
absolutely right. So it's got a great ensemble cast. It's got Sakshi, Dino Moria, Milind Soman, and in the lead, it's got Ishan Khattar and Bhumi. So it's got a fabulous cast, and it's a very charming romantic comedy between an arrogant Indian prince and a very driven startup CEO. Then we have 3 rom-com films. One is Dhoom Dham, which is a wedding night caper. Then we have 2 films from Dharma, which are Nadania, which is Ibrahim Ali Khan's debut, and also a debut director, Shauna Gautam. She's done an exceptional job. It's a lovely film. And Khushi Kapoor is opposite Ibrahim Ali Khan, and it's got a great ensemble cast also. Then we have Aap Jaisa Koi, which is a mature romance, Madhavan, opposite Fatima Sana Sheikh.
Oh, interesting.
So an older man who's not finding his lady love, and then he finds a younger woman, and how does her family react?
There's also a lot of curiosity, and we'll make sure that we drop this interview after your formal slate announcement on the 3rd. Lot of buzz around Aryan Khan's directorial debut. And I'm sure you'll give us all the details on the 3rd.
Yes.
If you don't want to talk about the naming and things like that, it's fine. But
Yeah.
just, how excited you are internally, everybody at Netflix, for that to drop.
That's a very, very special show. I also feel it's a sort of a one of its kind show that has been made and will be made for a long time because of the way Aryan and his whole team, they have imagined the show, how they've taken, it's an insider's look at Bollywood, but in an extremely tongue-in-cheek way, very self-aware. It's got a lot going for it. I don't think I can share that right now.
Fair enough.
But I think when we do the announcement on Monday, you will experience some of it yourself.
Lovely. And Dabba Cartel has just been announced.
Today.
Again, phenomenal cast. And, Excel are your partners on this, which is Farhan and Ritesh, the company. And another all-woman story. And that's wonderful. Mostly women, isn't it? I mean, it's about a cartel of women who supply dabbas, and eventually things happen. Yeah?
It's actually much deeper than that.
Wow.
It's, first off, I think this is our first series with Excel Media. And we know that they are very good at making series. They are very proven partners. This is their first one on Netflix. We've done films with them before. It's being helped by Shibani as a showrunner, Hitesh Bhatia as a director, and Farhan is also showrunning along with Shibani. And Ritesh and Farhan, as usual, have brought in a very dynamic series, which is not just about a bunch of women who are selling these dabbas, but how they cross wires with gang and their husbands who work in a company where there is a big pharmaceutical scam. So it's quite a cauldron of mess that ensues from that, but it's set very innocuously in this lovely middle class society, and you see husbands and wives, and then madness ensues from there.
I'm going to just briefly come back to the unscripted space, only because Veer Das has become really a global brand ambassador for us. Wherever he's touring, the US, Canada, UK, there are full houses.
Yes.
And he's coming back to do a wonderful show for you, a season of it. Kapil's coming back. But the show that I'm most intrigued...
Veer is doing another act. It's a special. It's called Full Volume. Yes.
To pun on fool.
Yes, Full Volume.
And the
It's very
Dining with the
heartwarming.
Kapoors. Dining with the
Kapoors.
I remember Hrishi Kapoor, God bless his soul, he had told me once, he said, in our dinners, and Ranveer had clarified that also, me and my sister, which is Reema ji, are the loudest. We yell across the table at each other.
Yes.
Out of love, as
Yes,
brother and sister.
yes.
So I can't imagine what that must be like. It's amazing.
Yeah, Dining with the Kapoors is a very fun one. Again, a bit of a peek into the famed Kapoor family dinners. Their Christmas dinner, as we all know, has always been talked about. So when Arman Jain approached us with this, we were very keen to do something with them, and this, so Arman is producing, this came about. It's a very fun special that we are doing with the whole Kapoor family. So that's going to be a very different offering also for the audiences.
And Loveful is a brand new show which you're premiering, which is Veer Das's next one.
Full Volume.
Full volume.
I was wondering, am I missing some
Good,
show
you
that we've
clarified.
programmed? Really? Has my team sneakily put in something?
The South story. I mean, it's very exciting that you have these strong series and movies from the South which now have global appeal, not
Yes.
just national appeal. Yeah. And you must be waiting forward to drop stuff in 2025.
I think our South programming, Hrishi, over the last 2 years, the minute we sort of started intentionally working on our South slate, we just doubled down. And last year, if I would just look at it, we had 7 of the top 10 Telugu blockbusters on Netflix. We had 4 of Tamil. We had 7 of top 10 on Hindi. So the whole licensed films, the theatrical blockbusters, have been a very important part of bringing, not just diversity on the slate, but just family viewing, a lot of excitement, hardcore entertainment that theatrical films bring, both in theaters and on streaming. So we also started developing our South slate, the originals. So we are ready to roll out Test, which is a Tamil language original film directed by Sashi, and it has a great cast and a very, very gripping ride. It's the story is based around a historic cricket match in Chennai, and Siddharth plays a cricketer, and there's Madhavan and Nayanthara all in stellar roles, and how these 3 people and their lives come together and they collide in a very life-altering way. So Test is going to be a very exciting Tamil original film to watch out for. We also have a very quirky Telugu series that we are doing, our first Telugu series. It's called Super Subbu. It's a very young, fun. I want to share something with you. When I pull back from everything that we've programmed this year, the one thing that really comes to me, not just the genre spaces, but how young and fun the slate is feeling. Yeah. So there are a lot of fan favorite sequels. They're coming back in a bigger way, like Khaki 2 is going to be a very big season 2.
And I quite enjoyed Rana Naidu. I thought it was quirky.
Yes.
Back, yeah.
And this time Rana Naidu is going to be safe for families to watch. And equally and more fun. And we have Delhi Crime season 3, we'll have Kora 2. So we'll have a lot of fan favorite sequels coming. But if I just pull back and I look at everything together, there's a lot of young and fun flavor between the rom-coms, between even stories like Black Warrant, where new cast is coming, between the different things that are happening across all of these titles. I feel there's a very young flavor that we are bringing between Royals and so many other titles. So I really feel that that's going to be a very exciting offering for people of all age groups, to see the kind of stories that we are bringing month on month. And, for us as Netflix, it's really important to program great movies and shows, not just, primarily for the local audiences, but really with the lens that we'll make it easy for everyone to watch. We'll program great movies and films here and keep the local audience as priority, and then make it easy with subs and dubs for everyone around the world to watch and whenever they can watch. So I think that together has really opened up how every story is consumed, the kind of people have started knowing writers of shows and films, which I find so good.
Amazing.
It's so good when people identify the writers, new directors, they take their names, because otherwise everybody knows the seasoned creators, and we love working with them, and all of them are doing their best work on Netflix. But I think I also feel that it's such a responsibility, and also there is a ton of excitement in catering to our audiences with all the new voices, whether they are on screen, off screen. It just makes it very fresh and sort of moving all the time.
A wonderful way of closing down this interview would be talking about the short film piece. Anuja is going to the Oscars.
Yes.
And again, it's wonderful to see that it's going to be on Netflix. And talk about that. It must be such a unique position to be in, an honor actually, that the service hosts an Indian Oscar-nominated film.
Yes, absolutely. And I think after Elephant Whisperers and Period End of Sentence, both of which have been Oscar winners, I think for us as Team India, it's been very important to back, to support, the right kind of makers who are really taking some stories global in a very different way. There are stories, we take bold bets, surprising bets, and we are always leaning into things that will make audiences even excited about watching entertainment. But at the same time, there are all these makers who are also telling stories which are different. Yeah. And Anuja is a very different. Adam as a director has done a great job. The showrunners on it. So I think Anuja is a very soft story. In that short period of time, it just makes you feel so many things. And that's what was so beautiful about it. That's what made me lean into it, and we are very excited that it was nominated for the Oscars. So between a film like Anuja, which is going to the Oscars, and the absolute mad action flick like Jewel Thief, and everything else in between, I think and WWE, I think it's going to be a very exciting year. I'm also really hoping to see how audiences receive everything, because at the end of the day, they are the most important people. You have to feel entertained. Every audience out there has to feel entertained. And for us, the effort is always to keep surprising, keep taking creative bets, and just keep all of us, ourselves, excited, and you guys also.
Incidentally, Jewel Thief she's talking about is Jaideep Ahlawat and Saif Ali Khan.
Yes,
my God,
yes.
How huge is that going to be? This is a Monika Shergill question. Everybody's talking about the gig economy and the concerts. Even the Prime Minister's talking about it. Arijit is on concert, Sonu Nigam is in concert, Diljit Dosanjh is in concert, Coldplay is in concert, Maroon 5 is in concert. Have you managed to go catch any of them, or you're too busy working?
I did catch Coldplay, but I didn't manage to get tickets here. I had to go out last year. No, I went last year and I caught it in Singapore. I couldn't get tickets here. I know many of us struggled. I would have loved to see them again. But I think concerts is a great
Amazing,
thing in
no?
India. We need more ways of entertaining and, this community entertainment and having that adrenaline rush, a good music
And feeling happy
adrenaline rush
together,
together. Yeah, because I also think that post the pandemic, everyone needs those moments where you can get together, which is why I feel co-viewing is becoming important. I'm hoping WWE also with its epic showdowns and rivalries and storylines is going to be a similar sort of an experience where you can sit for an evening with friends and watch this crazy WWE match. So I'm really hoping that more such opportunities come.
Lovely. Monika Shergill, always wonderful talking to you. I wish you and the team all the best.
Thank
The
you.
full slate drops, so keep an eye out on all Netflix's socials, and you will get the entire lineup for 2025 very, very soon. Bye.
Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1.